Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing apart from the fact that we are up 3.5% prior to the New York opening? How is everyone doing? Jimmy, good morning. Mike, Chris, good morning, good morning. So Lo's actually going to be joining us at 9 in the morning Eastern. So he'll be here in about 50 minutes. Any giveaway on this market pump? That is an interesting thought. Um, will we particularly be doing a giveaway in this stream? No, but for future ones, maybe. Good morning, Riley. Riley Jess. Good morning, everyone. It is early, 8 a.m. Eastern. Market is incredibly volatile on positive news over the night. And I'm just not sure there's anything for us to do this morning. That is the unfortunate truth. If you look at the daily chart, however, this is something I want to address. If you look at the daily chart, however, actually, let's start here. Monthly, you do have this internal level. And this is probably just one of my favorite setups. You go from monthly into the daily. Candles that pierce the internal. Friday, 27th of March, and Monday, the 30th of March. Closure above this candle's high confirms order block. You get a retracement back into it and an expansion. Yeah. What's up, Lynn? Good afternoon. Where are you? Can you guys hear me just fine, by the way? I do apologize if there is some sort of background noise. But for the most part, yeah. Another thing to really kind of take into consideration is if we go over here, oh, I need to sneeze again. 1 sec. Is if we go over here, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually click on this little logo next to the ticker and head over to seasonals. And this will show you obviously the seasonal tendencies for the selected period of time. So you can do from 2021, starting 2021 to 2026. And an interesting little fact is majority of the lows throughout the years are made between March and April. So if you select, again, come to this top left corner, switch data type, and select the seasonal, sorry, you can see that we have 2021 through 2026. You can see the performance by year, and I also have the average plotted here. And you can see that majority of the lows for the year are created from March to April. So interestingly enough, that kind of fits our narrative as the 29th, I think it's the 29th or the 30th of March, 31st of March marked the low that we're seeing here. Morning, yap. So yeah, just a pretty interesting fact. Anyways, how's everyone doing? What is the name of this charting software? It is TradingView. This is just TradingView. You do have a lot of access to different things. And actually, let me adjust my chart here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this watch list up, and that should be the perfect size right about there. Perfect. Yo, what's up, HM? What's up, JP Smith? So yeah, again, yeah, you can either do technicals, and it'll kind of show you very simple moving averages and oscillators. You can also do seasonals, and then you can also do the forward curve. But seasonals are what I consider to be important. And you can obviously scale percent regular, but this will kind of show you the historical averages. So as you can see, 2023 was an amazing year. It's the one that performed the best. And this is us currently. So we tend to follow the pattern. We tend to follow the pattern. So yeah, as far as other tech or as far as any other tickers go, if you head over to CL, which is crude oil futures, this is currently down 16.1%. So we went from $117, and this is the US barrel, from $117 to $91.29. So if you guys are out there and you guys are trading big boy commodities, I would highly suggest to be careful, be cautious, because right now the market is incredibly news driven. So there's not going to be a lot of volatility without it. And this is a perfect example here. You can see that this was us without news, and this was us with some news. So, anyways, I hope everyone's having a good morning. Yeah, how are you? What's up, Alex? If you guys are here and you are watching, feel free to leave that like. It's always appreciated. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know because I'm going to need to fill some time today. Finally, someone who's not using AirPods with Mac. Love it. Hell yeah. Wired headphones all the way. Quality is just so much better. The quality is just so much better. I don't mind AirPods like for the gym, but also if you don't have the notifications on, turn them on because we are live 3 times a day. So it's easy to get lost in the facts of how many times we stream a day. But yeah, for next week we do have some new upcoming segments. I think you guys are gonna really love them. We're always just constantly looking to modify and improve. So if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. You just joined. Are you looking for short storm open? I don't think I'm looking for anything particular today. I think yeah, I think if I had to choose, I think I would rather even just long, but I'm not going to long this top, and I don't think I'm going to short this strip because clearly they're just bidding this continuously, and the proof is in the pudding, right? If you go over back to a 4 hour chart and you plot the opening prices of all of these candles, see if I can plot this real quick. 4 hour um, open price. If you go back, plot the opening lines for all of these, you can see that you can see that price is clearly supporting the idea of higher. You see? So open, tag into the opening price, higher. Opening price, tag, higher. Opening price, tag, higher. Opening price, higher. Opening price. You get the gist. So whenever order flow is obvious like that, I tend to stray away. Not obvious, not I wouldn't say obvious, but I tend to stray away from any crazy ideas. The fact is, can we get a short back into some sort of internal? 100%. Do I really want to consider shorting this market? I'm not entirely sure. Again, we are up 3.43%. Um, this is an incredibly rare event. NQ or the NASDAQ is rarely ever 3%. As a matter of fact, let's look it up. So the NASDAQ index has experienced a 3% or higher single day 300 times since 1971, which actually seems like a lot. Actually seems like a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, if you also think since 1971, what is that? 26, 29, 55 years? Over 55 years, over the course of 55 years, NQ has only seen, or NASDAQ has only seen a 3% plus say 300 times. So, I mean, whatever the percentages there are. Anyways, good morning to everyone. Um, if you traded this, good for you. If you long this, good for you. What's up, Nevin? How are you? Nevin. So yeah, currently price is just supporting these 4-hour opens. We did have this. Oh, this is clearly off. I apologize. This should fix it. There we go. So clearly price is still supporting the 4-hour opens. You can see that here, 199 is the opening price here. Open to low, seek higher. So even if you just grab the 4-hour candlesticks and you look at the open to low, you can see that price is supporting higher. Good morning, Zaza. So yeah, not much to do. I'm gonna wait until 8:30, as that'll be kind of like the next volatility event. But we do have FOMC minutes today at 2 p.m., which is nothing too exciting because it is just a summary of what has already happened. Short TP8 are on. Yes, done with shorts now. Okay, that is good. I feel lowest could be Asia. What do you think? Kane joining? No, Nevin. Kane is not joining today. Leo will be joining me at 9 a.m. Eastern. Will Leo be joining? Yes. He will be joining at 9 a.m. Eastern, so in about 38 minutes. Interestingly enough, I think TopStep disabled minis. I think TopStep actually disabled traders to use minis. Dang, no minis. Yeah. I don't know. I might be. Let me actually look this up. Why does it do that? PopSup has restricted or disabled the use of mini contracts on certain accounts, particularly during periods of high volatility, often forcing traders to use micros to manage their risk. That makes a lot of sense, actually. But yeah, they disabled minis. I wouldn't be surprised if some brokerages actually increase um their margin requirements for minis as well because the risk is just too high. This market is so hard for me. No one trades for me half out last week. That's fine. If you need to adapt, you need to adapt. Like that's just a part of what it is. I don't think anyone should be forcing anything in these markets. Me personally, I'm being incredibly patient. Last week was a little rough, so I need to just be sideline, need to be patient, need to understand when to attack and when to not to, and that's just a part of it. Realistically, I think, and this is coming from me, I have at least maybe 2 to 3 really, really great months that make up for a majority of the gains for my year. And then the rest of the months are either just smaller risk, um, or trying to keep it together. That's just the reality of it. That is actually just the reality of it. Anyways, good morning to everyone that's joining. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Any questions, let me know. Feel free to turn on those notifications because We will be going live as well at 2 p.m. Eastern today for the FOMC minutes. Again, nothing major, but we will be covering the PM session as well. Yes, sir, being patient. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that's required here. Y'all boys been going ham with the streams. It feels genuine. It's all given for free. Absolutely. Oh man, I really appreciate that actually. It's a really nice comment. Yeah, man. We've just been trying to really work hard for this. I think the team really enjoys it. I really like publicly trading. Um, yeah. How was everyone's week so far though? Talk to me. What do you guys think? We got 8:30 here coming up in a bit. We got 8:30 coming up in how long? In about 15 seconds. So we'll see if market decides to give a push towards the upside. 15 seconds here for market. 8:30 opening. Oh, there's it already. Yes. 8:30. Couple seconds into the 8:30. No crazy volatility here. No news at 8:30 either. High impact news again at 2 p.m., but it's not really high impact news, is it? It's just a summary of the FOMC meeting, which is news and information that everyone already knows. Could they use it for some sort of volatility? I wouldn't be shocked if they did, but also, question for you guys, the people that are here. Question for you guys: would you rather see my trading screen or my excuse me my trading view screen, or would you guys rather see my Tradeovate screen where I'm executing? Because I've been trying to figure out if I want to share, if maybe I can do half and half. I think that would make the most amount of sense. Like, what would you guys rather see? Trading view? Okay. I was just curious. Because I know some people prefer to see the execution screen, um, as opposed to the trading view screen. I don't know why, but both half and half. Yes, a little pop up on the top left corner of execution. Okay, I think that could be possible. I would just need to figure it out with the team. Yeah, I think that would be nice as well. Yeah, we would just need to figure it out. Okay, half and half, both half and half. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, that's fair. Nothing against that. Anyways, 5 minute high taken back into the opening price to 4 hour opening price tagged here, which is the 6 a.m. opening price. It did get below it. What I do like, I guess, from a bullish perspective for a continuation is a closure above this candle's opening price, which you did get. It kind of starts turning into the OB. So yeah, just kind of patiently waiting here for the next New York market open. Again, volatility is incredibly high. Let's check the VIX. My ZM position is might be saved. The VIX is actually down to 20, which is interesting. Gap down. That is interesting. What is important for me to see the top left, the time frame in the use and the scales? What is important for me is to see the top left, the time frame and use and the scales. Got it. Okay. That's also important. Okay, got it. That makes sense. Yeah, I think it just varies, right? I think some people like seeing the execution because it gives them a sense of confidence in what they're seeing. But I also think people like to see just the entire trading view chart because like we don't want to take away from the chart. That's the idea. Like we want you guys to see the entire chart. So I really just want to understand what kind of information is the most useful to you. Is the most useful to you. Yeah, I guess that's where my sentence was gonna end. Anyways, 8:34 here. NQ just kind of consolidating a bit here. You do have a 5 minute swing. God, I've been really sneezing today. Just give me 1 second, pardon me. There we go. Man, in a sneezing mood, man. Just been in a sneezing mood. What do you guys use for your executions? Do you guys use Tradevate? There's that new platform, Tradesy, which I think looks pretty good. The data is really, really fast. What have you guys been using for executions? My finger. Oh my God. Jack, can you explain why I use a single M1 candle as an OB versus the leg of candles? In this particular case, this is the singular one that led us towards this low. Like, if I were to ask you, hey, which one of these candles do you think had the interaction with the low? Like, Out of all of these candles, there is only one candle that had an interaction with this particular low. You're gonna pretty much just highlight this one because this one up here got close to it, but it didn't interact with it. Like they were not within the same price point. And this is the only candle that was within the same price point of this low. So this is the one that I highlight, if that makes sense. Any pros of TradeC versus TradingView? I personally haven't used TradeC. I have, however, seen a couple of clips and videos. The thing is with TradingView, and the reason why I don't particularly execute on it, and I just do my analysis on TradingView, is because the way that the candlesticks print on TradingView, it takes a little bit longer. And I'm speaking in terms of milliseconds, right? But it is a noticeable difference. Have you guys ever opened your Trade or for example, like your Thinkorswim and placed it next to your TradingView? You can see that there's actually a visible delay. And I don't think it's a data delay. I think it's just the way that TradingView handles its prints. Um, because you have to remember, right? Like, what is a charting software? A charting software pretty much just receives information um, of orders that are coming through, and then it segments it into whatever type of chart that you're using. So if we're using candlestick charts, that means that from this point in time till this point in time, we need to consider the highest price, the lowest price, the opening price, and the closing price. And the way that TradingView handles that information just might be a little bit slower versus if you're using like TradeC or Trade you can clearly see that the prints are way, way quicker. And that makes a huge difference for me because I take that into consideration when I'm trading because I do tend to trade the 15 or the 5-second chart. And I know that might sound crazy to some of you, but yes, I do sometimes trade the 5-second chart. I do sometimes trade the 15-second chart. Um, if the model is there and if it presents itself. 5 second is a little crazy, especially for this early in the morning. Do I recommend it? Is it for everyone? I don't think so. Um, have I found success with it? I've gotten pretty good at the 5-second chart. Anyways, it is now 8:40 in the morning Eastern time. The next volatility would be around, or would be at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Watch Lab Discord Alex trading channel. What? Oh, Tim, why not using Trade Copy on TV? You can't execute on TradingView and copy trade. Hmm, I don't know. What do you mean by that? Excuse me. Yeah, what do you mean by that? I don't use any trade copying services. If you guys do, more power to you. How has it been going, if anything? I'm curious. If you guys use trade copying services, how has that been going? How has that experience been? Yeah, like TradeSync. I mean, TradeSync, Tradecopia. Can't really think of it any other ones at the moment. Just put the midpoint here. If we start getting below that, then I don't think this will necessarily hold. I did like the fact that we were below the opening price. It swept this low, but again, guys, I'm not particularly fond of looking for anything. Can definitely short from this 808 candle. 808. Wouldn't doubt it. 808 Mafia. Just some ugly prints here. Could see higher from this price point. I did want to see a sweep of this low, however. That 175.75. I think that would be spectacular, but wouldn't be shocked if we don't get it. Let me take a look at the 5 here. The 1. Yeah, that would be the area that I expect some sort of reaction from, ideally. Redistribute into this low here at 175. Tag into the 171s and then potentially see higher. I think that would be, again, from a very, very short time frame. I'm sticking to the shorter time frames today. Might not get that. 8:44, so we do have the New York Open in about 45 minutes. So just stick with me. Sweep of the London lows. Replicanto is good. Oh, that's the other one. Trade copier, Replicanto. What's the other one? Trade Sinker. There's so many. So many, and I named three. There's so many. Starting to see some higher prices here. 8:45. So new 15-minute candle just opened up. Boy, that Apex trade copier is Apex trade copier. What do you mean? Are you guys thinking about group trading? Is that what it is? Are you thinking about group trading? Let me get rid of some of these drawings. There we go. And let me actually turn this into, these opening prices a little bit blue so I know what's up. 50% opening line, 50%. There we go. They have their own trade copier. Apex does. Yes, Evan. Is it possible to risk differently in multiple accounts using trade copier? Trade copier, trade copier. I believe so. Again, I don't use any trade copying services, so I wouldn't be able to answer that question. But I think Alex does. So Alex in chat. In trade copia, that is that it is working at least. Okay, I see. Guys, actually getting a reaction here out of this OB. Um, Came back down, almost tapped into the midpoint here. Saw a retrace and then a structural close above here, and then you have a 15-second buy model towards these highs, 2505. Let's see if it starts getting into this internal price point. Because from an hourly, I think we tapped in. Okay, from an hourly, we stopped the previous hourly low. 5-minute internal here at 211. So that completes your buy model. Price is looking for higher here. 8:47 a.m. Eastern. Again, the volatility is crazy. Yeah, it is. That it is, my friend. That it is. 3.28% for the day, and the peak was like 3.5, I think. 3 point. Alex, what's cracking? Got him out. What's up, Drew? Is this Nate? I know what you would be doing then. Also, what do you guys think of some music? Would you guys want some like very, very low-key house music in the background? I don't want to throw it all away my profits. That's fine. Bad Bunny? No. No, no, no. I don't think we can play that. It needs to be like, what's oil doing? $92 a barrel. Insanity. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, good morning. Just letting you guys know, if you guys don't have your notifications on, turn them on so you guys know exactly when we're live every single day. When is my fuel price going to be lower? I have no idea. But that is a good, individuals can play their own music. That's true, Len. Damn, Len is a serious person. Still 2 euro per liter. Okay, this is an interesting, I think this is an interesting misconception. And I think it's important to kind of think of the flow. Ready? Are you guys ready for a crude oil lesson? So, interestingly, send it. Can you explain the message which candle had the interaction with this low? Yeah, 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 for sure. So, because somebody was asking me, oh, what do I consider the order block in this particular scenario? So I highlighted this one because this is the order block to me. And as you can see, we're having a really nice reaction out of here. And so they went on to ask, why is that the order block? Now, a couple of things. First thing to note, to me, an order block is actually, we'll make a couple notes. So these are the conditions that I need to see for a valid order block. So condition number one is that it needs to be below the higher time frame opening price. So if I'm using a 1 minute order block, it needs to be below the hourly or the 15-minute opening price. The second condition is that it needs to interact with a high or a low. And what I mean by that is that it just needs to be within the same price point. And then number three is that it needs to be closed above or below its opening price to be confirmed. These are the three existing conditions for there to be a valid order block. So if I ask you, what price is this low? Like this low was 25,180.25, right? Did this candle at 820 get to 25,180.25? It did not. Did this candle at 821 get to 25,180.25? It did. So this is the singular and only candle that had an interaction with this particular price point and this low, which means that this is the only candle that I'm going to be caring about in this scenario. So were we below the opening price? We sure were. We were below. Actually, let me go over towards the hourly. We were below the hourly opening price, the 4-hour opening price, and the 15-minute opening price. And you can see that here. This is the hourly. The 4-hour should be right here, 6 o'clock. So we were below that. And then we were also below the 15-minute opening price. So those are the conditions for a valid order block. Below the higher time, you mean the current that is running live? Yes. It needs to be below the opening price of the current candle or of the current higher time candlestick. So if I'm using a 1-minute order block, and these are my time frame pairings, just so you guys know. These are my time frame pairings. The first one is 4-hour and 5-minute order block. The second one is 1 hour and 1 minute order block. The third one is 15-minute and 15-second order block. These are typically the time frame pairings that I use on a daily basis. And then if I get really crazy, then obviously I use 5-minute and 5-second. So my 5-minute is my higher time frame. My 15-minute is my higher time frame. 1 hour higher time frame, 4-hour, and then 5-minute OB, 1-minute OB, 15-second OB, and 5-second OB. So this up candle at the high, is it a valid OB at around 8 a.m. based on your criteria? So this up candle at the high, it needs to have swept something as well. So if you take a look here, what candlesticks had bodily interactions or any interactions for that matter with this particular high? And it's this one here. So to me, this candlestick at 8 o'clock is the one that needs to be closed below. You did get that closure. However, it is important to note that you want to follow ideally the order flow. So like if I go and I ask you, hey, who's Costa. If I go and I ask you, hey, if you look at the last 4-hour candles, are they creating open to lows or are they creating open to highs? You'll tell me open to low, 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 and open to low, which means that these particular candlesticks are creating lower time frame swings within these candlesticks that are supporting price higher. So I'm not particularly fond of looking for shorts at the moment until I get some further confirmation. But yes, in a ideal scenario, this particular candle here would be the order block to the downside. This would be the candle to the downside. And Leo's going to be joining us in a couple minutes here, guys, like 4 minutes. So if you guys want to give him a drum roll, hype him up, whatever it is that you guys do. When you see a big gap on VIX, does it normally get filled? Okay, but the woman acted like an OB up there, but you don't count it because there's another candle that interacted before. Which OB? You got to be specific with me here. This one, the 806, the high 1 minute we were taking. Yeah, no, this is definitely a valid OB. The thing is, I would consider this as well because this particular candle as well, these three candles here had that interaction. So that's the important note here. So like, look, if I, for example, have a group of candles like this, that's candle number one, that's candle number two, and that's candle number three. If these three candles pierced this same price point, you can see how, so this is the price point. These three candles touched that price point. So I would consider all of those three for the order block. If there is just one candle that touched that price point, you can see here. If this is candle one, candle two, candle three, then I'm only going to consider that one. But if you zoom in here and we extend this price point out, you can kind of see that um, this candle and this candle had interactions with that particular price point. So I would consider the low or the opening price of this candle here. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Bring him on. Bring him on. Bring him on. Yo, yo. Good morning. Dude, I'm good, but did you see how much we're up this morning? One sec. Um, did yeah, there's muted. Help! We'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed.
Yeah, we'll get
If
it.
you guys want, I can repeat what he said verbatim, word for word.
Start typing.
Fixed.
All
All
right,
good.
should be good.
Sweet. Thank you.
Alrighty, was just saying, everybody, howdy, folks. Hope we're doing well. Happy Wednesday morning. I was just saying how crazy it was in terms of framework for today. I'd say that we're up a little bit, to say the least. Not too much. I think market can definitely go higher. I'm joking, chat. We've absolutely rocketed higher here. For those of you that don't know, we're up over 1,300 points, 5.4% move in under 24 hours, guys. And also, when we take into account CL, CL has dropped from Tuesday at 11 o'clock. CL has dropped 22.6% in price value. It also less than 24 hours. So if that doesn't say market is a bit messy right now, I don't know what does, because personally for myself, there's not a lot of framework here on the higher time frame, right? At this point, market could do one of many things. Market could continue to slowly chop its way higher because of the ceasefire news. It could also get affected by FOMC, or also Mr. Prezi could say a little thing like, "Hey guys, I'm revoking my ceasefire for 2 weeks. Screw y'all." And the market's dumping another 5%, right? So these type of markets are the ones that either you don't trade, or if you trade incredibly light size because the framework is just not there at the moment. We see on NASDAQ and on YM here as well, we're slowly chopping our way higher. We're sort of forming since the 5 o'clock, we've sort of formed this, I don't want to even say a seek and destroy profile, but almost a little bit here. it's a bit interesting going to New York Open. So just saying to all of you right now, that I think it's imperative that you guys are definitely sizing in lighter into trades just because there is a lot of unpredictable news, geopolitical news, and also markets in general are up 5% on NQ in less than 24 hours and down 22% in less than 24 hours on CL. So just be cautious when it comes to markets today. I hear that everyday price is messy, etc., etc. I never hear any trader say it's so obvious and clear. This is kind of uncertainty that is always there. Yeah, of course, but it's definitely, I'd say it's one upped for sure now. Like the uncertainty is one upped for sure, right? Like even if you pay attention to the hourly profile, like pay attention to this 8 o'clock hourly candle here. What in tarnation is this 8 o'clock candle? This hourly is super messy, right? We had 3 hours of the most indecisive closures I've seen on the hourly framework in forever. Like, compare these hourly closures compared to even last week, right? Yeah, we had a bit of indecision during some chop fest, but guess what that was after? That was after a nice pump up as well. So, markets as of right now, I won't lie, the framework for longs yesterday were actually pretty solid, though. The Tuesday longs with the higher time frame sweep where we swept out the Monday or Sunday and Monday low. But as of right now, for me, I think I'm in one of these positions where I'm just gonna watch to see where market moves during New York AM, see what we can manipulate before framing anything. And if I do enter any trade, I'm definitely just going with some incredibly light size for today, just because I definitely am not too keen on price action. But anyways, guys, how's everybody's trading days been? I know despite all the news, how has Monday, Tuesday trading been for everybody? I'm very curious to know. How's everybody doing?
Hasn't been great.
Yeah, agreed. Super agreed.
I know you're not asking me, but
I know.
I'll give you my input.
No, dude, I'm the same. I had yesterday was my only actually good day, and then other than that, I've been getting fried.
Yeah.
Dude, full transparency, like an idiot, because I was still jet lag. Oh my gosh, this sounds so stupid. Full transparency to everybody in chat here. On two of my funded Top Step accounts, I left the limit order in. Like completely forgot about a short position last night before the massive bullish pump. Fried those accounts. It's actually the first time I've blown a Top Step in a while. But left two limit orders in, and fell asleep during a nap and woke up to a nice breach email from that. But we're back. What's up, Yip?
Blame the jet lag.
I don't know. Blame the jet lag. 100% my fault, dude. It was like such a noob mistake too. Felt like I was back to beginner trading there, leaving my limit order in. Seeing a trace here into this fair value on NQ, forming no SMT yet, but see what happens here.
Suck to see the market going, but can't do anything. Time's not timing. Okay. Welcome to this as a career.
True. What Alex said. Vouch. It's absurd. Oh, might form an SMT in this 1 minute gap here.
Let me check my penny stocks. My over the counter 000
I'm so
bags.
curious. I'm genuinely so curious to see how market's gonna play out today. I'm like, it's one of those things. It's like, guys, what are we getting? Because also FOMC minutes today as well, on top of having a 5% in less than 24-hour move. So it's an interesting one today, chat, for sure. Yeah, no framework on the sweep there.
I passed him 50K yesterday during the New York drop, so I have intraday trailing drawdown to navigate now. Any tips? Base hits, I think.
Definitely.
Intraday trailing drawdown equals base hits. I like BTC longs. Man.
Bitcoin longs. Mm.
What is that? Why is it blue? Why do
Oh yeah, I think I had a massive daily fair value or something on it. Wait, let me check. Daily or weekly?
you trade Bitcoin?
No, I just remember somebody asked me to chart it like a while ago.
Oh, I see.
Was
You
it
don't have
weekly or
anything in there?
monthly? I forgot what it was. What incarnation? Not the yearly. Is it a yearly or a 6 month? Dude, did I really map out a yearly fair value gap? I did map out a yearly fair value gap. We had a yearly fair value gap on Bitcoin. I
Nice.
mapped it out. That's what it
Is
was
it
from.
is it
So
the
price is
low?
tracing higher. Bitcoin back up, back up. Chat, look at this. Bitcoin back up to 125. Once the war is over, man. Yeah, I forgot. It was a trace into the. Wow, that's so funny. I totally forgot. I charted this a while ago. Half century fair value gap. Yeah, if you guys are okay with like a $40,000 stop, go for it by all means, but wouldn't be my cup of tea. What incarnation? Oh, it's the CL 12 month.
Half a century fair value gap.
Insane.
When did you get back?
Myself?
Yeah.
Um, I'm like 5 days ago, but I've just because of West Coast, I've been keeping the jet lag so I could get up like way before the streams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it helps. It's like in my favor jet lag.
Yeah, I might do London Open on Friday.
Really? What time
Yeah.
do you have to get up for that? Yeah,
Like 2 in the morning.
Rice. Insane, dude.
Wait, what time is it for you now?
It's 6:09 a.m.
Jeez.
I like woke up this morning. I was like, oh shoot, I can't miss the stream. And like I woke up at 4:50 and my alarm was set for 5. So I ended up just doing some like light market viewing. And I all I saw
Light
was
market viewing.
light market viewing, just little sideline viewing. And then I realized I said, don't know if we're even gonna frame a trade today, but we'll see.
You've been running?
What?
You've been running?
Yeah, I've been running. Not as much, just because I'm trying to put on some mass with the gymming. But I did a fitness test on the bike the other day where I biked as hard as I could for a 60-minute interval. And dude, I literally got home. I just laid on the concrete for like 20 minutes and took a nap. I was so tired. Ugh.
Yeah, it's been a while since I still can't run for like 4 more months,
Damn,
5 more
dude.
months.
That's so unfortunate.
I know I feel like just a chunk of mass, you know?
Especially once you get into routine with running and you stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw this thing. It's like if you do 10 squats every 45 minutes, it's
It
like,
equates to running or something.
yeah, to 10,000 steps. So
On stream, he's gonna
if you,
start ripping
yeah,
it.
if you
All
see
right,
me
give me one
pop a
second, guys.
squat, bro,
Insane. This reaction from CL. Oh my God. Wait, what's USO gonna be pre-market here? USO is gonna go crazy. USO tanking as well here. Oh my Lord. USO from close yesterday went from 138 and we're at 20 point or $20 drop on USO. YM's continuing lower and Q's probably gonna invalidate. We've got about 19 minutes until New York Open. Bitcoin hitting a 4-hour fair value gap, potential SMT with the ET assisted for a scalp short potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest, chat. I don't really pay attention to Bitcoin like at all. Um, the 3 minute looks quite bullish, but we're also I don't know if we have an SM. Do we have an SMT at the highs? If we have an SMT with Ethereum at these highs, this would be a good framework for shorts. But personally, once again, I don't trade BTC. But yeah, Mazda, I see what you mean. See the vision. Nearly need a little more time. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, based on what I'm seeing, I mean, like once again, don't trade BTC, but for myself, I like the framework. The higher time frame framework looks pretty solid. I would have preferred Bitcoin to trace a little lower into this massive imbalance. That way we could frame a continuation sequence, but honestly, I could totally see Bitcoin making its way up to 75 with current movement. Not too opposed to it, to be frank. Yeah, and so chat with NQ and ES, like as of or NQ, YM, and ES, as of right now, there's no framework on my end in terms of what I'm anticipating price to do. I mean, we do kind of have, I mean, we had a 15-minute SMT that wasn't super primed. Yeah, we do have 15-minute SMT, but it's very shy. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like in my opinion, I honestly think we're just going to see markets continue to grind slowly higher. It's just going to depend on how New York opens, but I'm thinking we're going to see price action like we're seeing during the 7 and 8 o'clock window, but just a continuation of that during New York. We're probably just going to have an aggressive New York open, probably manipulate both sides, and then chop around a bit during New York session. I just don't see any like if we see very clean price action during New York Open today, I'm going to be quite astounded after how much movement we've had. Gable, what's up? Good morning. Let me quickly get the tweet up to hop onto the lab stream here. Un momento. Live now.
What what weight are you trying to get to?
210 lean.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm 192.4 now. I do when I was peak
Wait, how tall are
triathlon,
you?
when I was what?
How tall are you? Are you 6'4"?
6'5". But yeah, 192, which is like it sucks because it's all like
Yeah.
dispersed between a bit. So 210 is like where I'll actually have like noticeable size. Because I have a buddy that's my height who's like 220 and he looks like a unit, dude. So we'll see. But 210, ideally, when I was peak triathlon, I was literally like the lowest I got was my height 164, which was just horrible, dude. It was so bad.
210
Oh my
lean.
God,
But
Jordan,
look at me.
bruh,
I'm 6'5" and handsome.
dude, I was waiting for something like that. God damn it, son of a
Oh,
gun.
look at me.
Zip my mouth over here.
240 and 14%. Damn, that's pretty
Dude,
good.
it's actually really solid.
This guy's probably big.
That's a unit. What are you benching right now? Dude's doing at least at 240, 14% body fat. Dude is at least doing 300 on bench. At least 300 on bench. Unless you're not gymming and you're just like a machine.
Fucking squat.
Yeah.
180
180
bench.
kilogram.
Dude, that's 405. Is that not 405?
I think that's just yeah, it's right under 400. Three,
396,
yeah,
yeah.
something like that. I don't know the full conversion. I know it's probably
I counted as
400 or under
405.
400. Oh, you do the math for me today. I only know pounds. So we've officially inversed the 5 minute here on NQ as well. Inverse the 5 minute fair value gap that was formed at the 820. So we're seeing a trace back into that FEG now, but we'll see whether or not we even react to it.
Good morning.
Bray Bray.
Ah,
Hey, what's up, Elias?
everyone,
So sick.
everyone
Fun
wants
fact:
their reaction.
Elias is one of my closest friends from high school, and he's a trader now, dude. It's awesome. All the boys getting in on it.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I
dope.
actually got two of my friends into it. So hopefully they they
Stick with
stick
it.
to it. Mm. It's
Yeah,
hard to
that's
stick to
awesome.
it, man. It's hard.
Oh,
I
I
feel like
know.
if you don't, because I mean, you have a genuine passion for it,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like that's realistically, I want to say maybe one of five traders have a genuine passion for it,
yeah.
you know?
Some dude just with profits in mind. I actually just enjoyed the fact of seeing my TA play out. Like it's addicting.
Yeah.
like seeing that my analysis is correct.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're gonna fail this inversion here on Q. Failed inversion yet again. We'll see how that reacts. A little bit of SMT with YM here as well. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, I've got about 12 minutes here until New York Open, so obviously no trades on my end. I'm really just gonna sit and wait to see how New York plays out. Be nice to see a slow continuation higher off this fair value on the 5 though. Just bounce off of it and continue into the 8 o'clock high. Be kind of nice.
What would you say is like your main entry like trigger?
My main entry trigger after
Yeah.
candle like a C2 manipulation forms. Then I trade candle three continuations. So watching for a trace into a fair value in during the C3 movement and then a closure below 60. And if SMT is present, like SMT in a gap fill, that's also a primary. But typically watching
Got
for the
it.
continuations play, that's like key for me. Or SMT and gap fill has been working really well
Got
recently.
it. Got it. Makes
Yes,
sense.
sir.
Yeah, Costa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Opposite. Yep. And if it's not opposite, it's likely just a rejection block. But
Exactly.
I consider those OBs as well. To me, it's like
It's like we're gonna likely fail to inverse this fair value here on the 5.
would you say your logic can be automated?
Definitely.
How much of it is discretionary?
Uh, uh, like 15%. I think it could totally be automated. I just haven't gotten around to it. But I genuinely want to spend some time now that I'm graduated to create like an automation for it, or
Mm,
like train an agent to be able to alert me when like a setup of mine forms.
mm,
Because I
okay.
think it's very like as long as you can code up an SMT, code up a gap fill, dictate what's a candle two sweep versus a candle three, which is pretty simple for the most part. Like if you look at the fractal model,
Yeah.
and then be able to use, SMT indicated within a gap fill. Like if you because if you create an indicator that's able to detect where there's a fair value gap, you can technically dictate where the price levels are. And if an SMT forms within those two given parameters of price, that could be considered an entry signature. So
Mm,
I'm trying to find ways to do it. I'm honestly just gonna use Claude code and see what we can chef up. But I think it can totally be automated.
Claude
I think
code.
Claude Code, the goat. Yeah, I
The
paid for the
goat.
subscription. I've been just messing around with it. Like,
Hell yeah.
I'm building an SMS agent for like higher time frame SMTs and whatever else. Send me a little text. Yeah, I think definitely automation for it is very feasible for sure. Yeah, so chat, it can either be a no filter day for me. I'm just really gonna watch to see how New York Open plays out, but I'm not super high confidence in terms of what I'm seeing right now, but patience will pay, my friends. Patience will pay.
T minus 10, 9,
Yep.
till
Yep, yep,
open.
yep.
Dude. And you know what's so crazy?
Hit me.
Obviously, sometimes I have like these crazy thoughts and
Yeah.
it's kind of horrible, but I never execute on them. Either way, yesterday I was like, I saw that Trump I tweeted in the morning,
Yeah.
and I was looking at QQQ, and I think QQQ yesterday was what was that price point at before the close? I think it was like 583, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what would be so insane if it went to like that 607 or the 612 highs, if
Uh-huh.
like Trump just says something overnight. Like let me buy like 30-cent calls, you know?
Dude.
And
Dude.
I didn't pull the trigger and I hate
Oh my
myself for
Lord.
it.
I'm wondering how much this is gonna be up now. It's gonna be absurd.
Dude,
Dude,
honestly, yeah,
pick
I
your
don't know.
long-term port though. My long-term port is
Yeah,
so ants right now.
yeah, yeah, it is.
up
Yes.
3%, 3%, 2.29%, 1.92%. Dude, that sucks. Getting 30-cent QQQ calls, especially if you got like
Dude.
one day EXP, would just go rocketeering today. That's
Yeah,
insane.
because let me check. The 612, yeah, the 612 calls yesterday. I think yeah, they were going for like 12 cents.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, dude. That's like easily, I mean, what
Yeah,
is it at?
612
What's
too.
QQQ?
Yeah.
What's
Oh
it at
my
right
God,
now?
dude.
608. Mm.
I don't have after hours on my futures shirt. I gotta load it up.
Yeah, 608. Dude, it's just ah
But Leo, just like yesterday, what if it doesn't bounce if your algo thinks it chooses the next one? Yeah, that's the only thing I would have to, you'd have to find parameters for that. Like after a set amount of imbalances that form, maybe that becomes a no trade filter as well, because that could, if we have a lot of set imbalances, that could typically mean aggressive trend to one direction. So like that's what I need to think about is like all those micro parameters and put them in place to see exactly how those would play out. But yeah, that's like obviously to automate an algo, you have to take all that into account. Also, I would need to also pay attention to high economic news and then just
yeah.
create a whole base of no trade filters because that's a big issue. I've had like a small little options algo called Firestorm algo that I like crafted when I was really invested at the options originally. And it was really nice, except on the first test draw, I put in some money in a real account and got fried from high impact news because I forgot to use that as a parameter. So I think there's definitely reasons to believe. Also, yeah, we just inversed the 1 minute FVG here as well on NQ.
Back into that OB.
Yep.
Well, at least I have it marked out. Oh, what the hell? There we go.
I've already started to code your start. It's nearly finished. Dude, Mazo, hit
Mm.
me with a message when you have that. Be curious to see kind of how you go about it.
How much did you start your personal with and what risk you take there, both Alex and Leah? I typically only deposit like 5 to 10 every
Hmm.
time I want to trade. And then from there I do by risk, do you mean percent wise or do you mean contract size? Because I only typically like if I'm trading 5 to 10K on my personal, I'm doing like 3 to 5 minis micros.
Yeah, I don't like lighter size. Yeah, because that's the thing is, I can't lie. Like the transition from doing a mix between both funded accounts and also personal is the realization that greed hits many of us when we get so used to trading evals and fundeds. Like one thing that even made mistakes of with my personals when I was putting in more money with it, I was slowly putting in more size more aggressively than I wanted because I was so used to seeing like $800,000 days on my evals or my fundeds that became like an original issue. But yeah, I'd say I'm around the same with Alex there, doing around the 5 to 10K is typically the safe range and slowly add on with that. Like I'll use prop firm payouts and transfer in a bit of income into those.
Just do an amount that you're comfortable. Like the way I see it, it's like you should just deposit an amount that you're comfortable with the idea of being in complete drawdown with and
Yeah.
losing. Because it's like
Like, mm-hmm.
that way, even if you do, let's say you have, obviously I'm speaking for a very small portion of traders here because I understand that like the whole idea of preference is to take on other or to reduce your monetary risk like personally. But I would say like if you have, for example, 25, you got a 25K payout. Instead of depositing that entire 25K into a personal, like you deposit the five, you do mini risk or miniature amounts of risk, and then like if you lose the five, you're out the five of the 25 as opposed to being the entire 25.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. All right, major S&T at these lows with why I'm here. We just got a closure confirmation of it as well. Might see New York open pop here. Might see a bullish pop. I think we'll see
Just
a
send it,
quick,
man. Just
yeah,
fucking
just send it. Nasdaq's feeling a little sendy.
4% for the day, please. Let's see it, dude. Let's
Please and thank you. Honestly, think what we'll see is we'll see a quick bearish trace into this 15-minute fair value that formed. Or wait, I'm tripping. Is it an hourly? I lied. It's
bro.
a 5 minute. Probably see if we continue higher here pre-New York, we'll see quick bearish manipulation and then most likely a bullish expansion. That's my New York Open strat. That's what we're gonna see.
So the Nasdaq Composite has experienced a daily gain of 4% or more, approximately only 60 times since 1971.
Not much to say on that one, is there? Jeez Louise.
So
It's
today's like a
absurd.
one in 60. Is it? I don't even know how the odds work on that, bro. To be honest, yo, help me out, Leo.
With what? Sorry?
It's like, what would the odds be on that? I don't know.
Dude, I have no idea. I have to calculate that.
Good
60
morning.
times since 1972, 2026 minus 1972. Let's do some quick math here.
What is that? Like 55? 55
54.
years? Close. Close enough.
Close enough. Hey, good mental math. We'll take that. Great mental math.
And is it 928?
And then times that by 365. So there's 19,710 days. And how many do you say? 60. So 60 divided by 19,720.
Yeah.
So there's a 0.00003% chance
Oh,
of that happening. So that would be um yeah, that's crazy. Wow. All right. Well, a bit of a move here on NQ. There goes a bit of a bearish leg. Yeah, that's insane. It's
that
genuinely
is pretty
nuts.
insane.
Point
0.0003.
point oh. That's crazy. Wow. All right. NQ looks weak here now too. We might get
I
the
know.
looks really weak with these SMT to highs now. If we confirm this SMT into the open, that's gonna dumpy.
I've got, I don't mind being
Jeez
tagged at
Louise, chat.
193
Yeah.
for longs.
Yeah. Right. Got 30 seconds until the open here, chat. 20 seconds. 5 seconds. Seems like we're gonna have a bit of a reaction here. There goes the bullish pop. There goes the very bullish pop. 2 very
Wow,
bearish
didn't
leg.
even reach that high.
Dude, I know. This is insane. Uh, sit back and watch this chat. Just grab a bucket of popcorn and watch this.
Grab a
I,
bucket
I
of
did say
popcorn.
I did say I was gonna manipulate both sides of the range here. Originally when I said New York up, I'm most likely gonna. It looks like we're heading into this 5M low. Oh my God, YM is just ripping though.
Really?
Yeah,
Let me check
YM is
YM.
actually flying right now.
Ham.
Major SMT at the highs. Just confirmed a short signature on NQ here. Jeez Louise, chat. Okay, well, bye, NASDAQ. There goes the 5M lows inbound. 3, 2, 1. No, not yet. Not yet. We're getting close, though. Give it a few seconds here. It's just getting the juice loaded.
It just hasn't been taking lows. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's shocking now. Let's see if it takes it.
It's
Three,
gonna take it.
one, five,
It's gonna
five.
take it. It's gonna take
Is
it.
it?
It's gonna
Is
take it. It's gonna
it?
take it. It's gonna take it. It's gonna take it. Come on. Do we make a Kalshi bet on this?
There
And,
it
oh,
is.
it's
There it
equal
is.
lows.
There it
Equal
is.
lows. It's
Wait,
equal
is
lows.
it?
Yeah, it's equal
Oh,
lows.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's actually dead equal lows.
Okay, 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 okay.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
There it goes.
5M lows taken. Oh, there goes the dude. No way. Imagine market just dumps 5% today.
Dude, stop it. Stop.
This is so stupid, dude. Oh my
Stop
Lord,
it.
chat.
Stop
I've
it.
genuinely I have not. It is rare I've seen markets like this. All right, well, let's see what
Stop.
happens here on this If we're gonna reject off the low now, or what's
Dude,
happening?
the 15 cent 208, I mean 608 calls opened at got up to $4.
$4 from 16 cents. Holy cow.
Jesus,
That's
that is
absurd.
insane. Holy moly.
Let's check
Don't
SP. Oh
holy
my god,
moly
wait, I
donut
used
shop.
it. Yeah, I opened up at 607. Jeez Louise, dude. What's SPX looking like right now? Zoom. All the way up at 67.81. Dude, 3 days in a row I've traded SPX, 0DT, just like very light size on it, and every single time the contracts have gone that in my intended direction over 300%. I texted T yesterday and I was telling him like, "Yo, get on these SPX shorts," and he was like, I will," and he did, and they went like 200 and some percent. All right, chat. Well, not much to say here, to be honest. I'm kind of just staying quiet and watching.
Yeah, not much.
Looks like that's going to continue. Our YM is being a little barcodey right now too. So,
Barcode action.
yep, it's looking like it. We keep on waiting,
Keep
waiting.
on.
Looks like my tiramisu lover is not here today. I'm so
Yeah, where
confused.
is he?
I've heard this tiramisu thing nonstop, and I have no idea what you're saying. With all due respect, all love, my brother. I have no idea.
Dude, it's just like this one guy that talks about tiramisu. I think that's
It's like the
as
Dr. Pepper guy online that like
it's
hands
as
Dr. Pepper.
descriptive as I can get, to be honest, because there's not much more
Honestly,
than that.
fair. Fair enough.
It's just a guy that likes tiramisu. Like that's
That's it. So yeah, that's the sauce.
that is the sauce.
Gonna wait for the first 15-minute open on SPX here. We're just sideways. See what happens. See if we reject off of this 1 minute imbalance on NQ because that would form the new C3 close, C2 close. We'll see if we reject off this fair value. Validate a short signature. YM super barcodey. That's already a no trade filter on YM for me personally. I think Nasdaq's most likely going to reject off this 1 minute imbalance and continue lower because YM looks weak up at these highs.
Yeah, you might be right.
Also major SMT now. We'll see though, because also Nasdaq could inverse this and just say fuck me. Bit of rejection there. SPX barcode. ES pumping as well. ES looks not too shabby actually.
Yes, it's pumping.
Right now, ES and
Pump,
YM.
pump the jam.
Pump the jam. Pump it up.
Get your bodies pumping. Kind of want to give a longer go here, man. Am
Dude,
I wrong for
at
this?
this point, it seems tempting, right? I'm wondering the same thing here. I'm like,
Like, am I
push.
a bad person for wanting?
Am I a terrible trader?
Am I?
There goes Enki. Enki's probably gonna inverse this one. It feels like
I'm tagged
soon
in,
enough
bro, at
here.
152.
Yeah, man.
I am in at 152s, bro. On a
In at 150.
15-second chart. Am I?
Did you get in on the 152s?
Yeah.
Fire.
Am I not the person who I think I am?
Am I broken?
5-second chart, man. Like,
Dude, 15 is
jeez.
crazy. 15 seconds is actually crazy work, dude. I don't understand it.
Come on. 152s. I
At
just
this
need to
point, yeah,
see
with ES and YM,
193s,
it's
man.
tempting. It's so tempting to want to go
Just
long
give me
off this.
193s. Come on. Push. Push.
ES on the 4 hour looks solid.
No. No, no sauce, man. No sauce. Yep. How unfortunate.
Nice try, but still no cigar. That looks
Yeah. Let's
like
see. Come on.
lower we go.
Come on. Let's get above
So
180s, man. If we
curious
can
to
get
see
above
this.
180s, I'm back. I'm break even. I will take it. 30 points in the money. In the money. ITM.
Whose chart Lair Alex is? I'm not sure whose chart it's on right now.
It should say on screen below the name
Yeah,
or
it's on Alex's
below the
chart.
cam. Yeah. No,
See
no
if we
cigar,
validate
man.
this. Curious to see if we validate this 3 minute continuation sequence here off the fair value. This 3 minute
Yeah, that makes
closes well here.
sense.
I might go short on NQ.
Go
Might
for
try
it,
it
dude.
actually. Could be risky, but I'm liking what I'm seeing still. If we get this closure
Ah,
here, oh my God. Well, there goes the new one. GG's.
rest in peace.
If we get this closure confirmation, I'll put a limit here on this Sisty. Looks pretty weak on NQ. Could also just get a major invalidation. I just get kissed goodbye. Because, like, yeah, YM's rejecting quite aggressively up at these highs, too. This is the framework I'm looking for here, chat. This is who we get. See if anything
Yo,
happens.
what do you want? NQ?
Yeah, I'm on NQ. Off this 3 minute, because we formed the C2 closure here. Now we're into the 9:30 window. And we
I see.
formed the C2 closure pre 9:30 open. So this is just a C3 now, which is typically what I like. So if we fail this closure, though, that's going to be shaky. All right. And did we fail closure? All right, that's closure. And I'm in with market. Cap, I'm in here. Gonna try these out, chat. 1.5 is my typical, but I'm shooting a 2R on this. I think there's a lot of. If YM gets weak up at these highs with this SMT, this is gonna plummet.
Yeah,
So far, so good. Up 20 points here.
nice.
Mm. Entry was 146.75. See what happens here. I really want to see. I know we have this SMT at the lows as well, but it looks quite weak. Like YM up at these highs is barcoding a bit. ES looks really weak now too. So I think this looks pretty solid for shorts. I'm up 30 points almost here. Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
Get your bodies pumping.
I don't think Leo we gonna get entry today. Lost man, I'm in an entry right now. Boss man. All right, I'm on the 3. We'll see though, because there is also this major SMT at the lows that's a bit concerning for me, considering how far YM is from removing that SMT. But we're gonna wait and see. Yeah, SPX barcoding here. Nice move here, up 35 points. I'm taking partials here
Hell yeah.
because that's close to my 1.5. I took some out at 33 points. Nice. On this, if this 3 minute closes strong here, we're probably going to see a bit of a retrace since we didn't fill out any price in the Sisty. So that's why I'm taking partials, since I think there's a chance that it'll likely retrace a bit here. But YM's looking very weak up at these highs now too. These look like really solid shorts. Probably going to continue down into the midnight open, it looks like. Yeah, which actually aligns almost beautifully with my TP right now. Looks like we're going towards midnight open. Nice. Oh my God, beautiful
Where's
3 minute
midnight
up
open?
40 points here.
Nice.
I'm taking a few more off. This looks really good. All right, maybe we even close this in 46 seconds. Oh, YM so weak too. Gonna confirm the SMT at these highs with this 3 minute closure on YM as well. This looks really good, chat.
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 Nice.
All right, I'm actually just taking another partial here since that's officially 1.5R hit.
Nice.
Stops
Beautiful.
removed to break even as well here. I just want this to be risk free. Letting this baby soar. Fly, birdie, fly. Nice. Holy cow. 50 points here. She's a tanker.
She's a tanker.
She's a tanker. Come on, give me this 3 minute closure here. Beautiful 3 minute. That confirms the SMT with YM. Likely gonna trace back a little here. Lots of unfilled price. Gonna wick fill here. Yep, as expected.
She's a
There goes the wick fill.
Tanker.
All right, well, 1.5 already played, so that would have been the original for me would have been the 1.5. I was targeting 2 on this. I'm gonna see if we can get full 2R on my last few, but I'm out most of my position here. Um, for those of you wondering, I took this with I was in this with 8 micros, by the way, for those of you wondering. So I'm now currently only in my last 2. No minis for me today.
Shiza.
Beautiful trade, man. Get that supreme gun and rain it up. I have no idea what that sentence was. What's up, BVC? What's up, boss man? How we doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, BVC. Good trade. Thank you, Rixie. All right, nice here. We got the wick fill. Probably likely gonna fill out at 2R here. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Now your feet up. Dude, now you got that stuck in my head, bro. Fuck. Frick. Come on. See this 3 minute.
Would
BVC,
we
how's your day going, boss?
would we be opposed to some outrageous QQQ puts?
Dude, it's so funny. I was actually just looking on my phone at the cons.
Oh, dude. What is that? You got 2R up there?
Right here on
How far
NQ.
are you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you aiming for?
I'm about to hit it. I'm about 10 points away from 2R. I'm break even on these, by the way, chat. Just a heads up. So full break even. Trend scalps. Good morning, boss men.
Oh, that is
What's up, Trend
4.
scalps? Thank you for play by play. I saw the same thing this morning. Thank you for insight and extra eyes. Yeah, of course. Framework was there. That's what I told. It was great timing on your question, Alex, that you asked me what my entry signature is, and then it exactly plays out my C3.
Hell yeah.
That was a great timed question. Chat, I'm in just 2 last micros here. So I took 6 out with an average of around 437 R or 37 points, not R. Jeez, 37 R, I'd be retired. Really good move here though. So
7R.
break even on these. If these tag out, that's okay. SPX likely gonna bounce off of the 50% here on the initial balance. Probably gonna see a bit of a pop. What's QQQ looking like? QQQ at the IB low range here. We're within almost first 15 minutes. So that's gonna be the end of the 15-minute IB. Missed the entry, didn't touch my limit on Sisti. Unlucky. All good, Arturo. It happens. You know, better safe
Does.
than sorry. Better to just not have the trade than to chase it.
Hmm. It's factual. This yeah, dude, you do the play-by-plays really well.
What's up?
I feel you do the play-by-plays really well. Like you explain it really well. Like if I'm in a trade, like I'm looking at my trade of it, I feel like I just go blank sometimes. Just like
I just I like entered the trade and then what because I took that on my personal and I'm on Ninja Trader for it. So I literally just open the trade and then I open up the Lab Live YouTube. I just don't even pay attention to the Ninja because I do get hyperfixated if I look at the trade directly. I was just kind of like
mm-mm.
right now I'm trusting the process. Like I have YouTube open on the laptop and then Trading View not connected on my chart because I hate looking at like the profit changing because it does make me feel FOMO.
I see.
Yeah, so I just closed it out. That was a nice trade, though. I think 2R still plays here, by the way, chat.
Dude, 600 puts. Like
Dude,
this is not too far-fetched.
dude, it's not. They look pretty solid. I'm gonna have to second you on this.
Like expiring today.
I know. Only thing is we'll probably get a little bit of a pop on QQQ at
Yeah.
the because it tends to bounce off of the first 15-minute low and high quite often. So we'll probably see a bit of a retrace. Like, wait, funny enough, I'm
Oh,
actually just gonna pull up I've been using genuine stats for options recently. They've been cooking. Wait, one sec. Um, initial balance on QQQ in the past month, we'll say, for more relevant data.
yeah, get that money rained down from Supreme.
QQQ, so single break, customize a sub report. We'll do by retracement. It's the first 30-minute move here by retracement. So breakdown on QQQ leads to 87% of the time in the past 1 month, we see a retracement up to the 25, which is what we're seeing now.
Okay.
So, and then 62% of the time retrace up into the 50%. So QQQ not quite yet on the puts, but I see the vision. Also, I got tagged out break even. I just realized on my last 2 micros here on NQ, but hey,
Fair.
Took an average of took 1.5 R on the trade, which is typically what I shoot for C3, so we'll take it.
Fairs, fairs.
You got to get that money rain guy from Supreme Layer and rain it every time you win. Wait, I'm so confused what that is.
The money rain gun.
Money rain gun from Supreme. Dude,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
feels like the biggest LARPer thing to do. Oh my lord. Oh my LARP maxing with that, dude. Oh my god.
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry if you ever caught me doing that. It's either I'm using a friend's like on a live stream for fun. If I ever own one of those, I think I'd get disowned. LARP maxing. Dude, this might sound really funny. I actually didn't know what a LARP was originally because I've only heard of Furus. And then
Mm.
some guy like ages ago, this is like not ages ago, but a few months ago, was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm just LARP maxing right now." And I was like, "What is that?" So funny. All right, chat. So that's a break even on that, but we hit about a 1.3 R average on eight of my or six of my eight micros. So not too shabby here. Can't lie.
Shot.
See, look at yeah, see now we're getting the 50%. I'm glad we didn't go short yet.
Whoa.
Look at QQQ. Now it's projecting a bit, but I'm still game to look to frame shorts here because off this now we've officially tapped into the Sisti on NQ. I think we're likely going to trace lower here. Look at the 15 looks good. We have a 15-minute gap hourly, no hourly sweep, but we have a 4-hour sweep, which is just leading to a short signature here. That's called Aura Man, not LARP. True. I was just about to say we hit 50%. Yeah, we're close to 50% on QQQ here. Let me do the data for the first 15 minutes. The first 15-minute IB. Yeah, 80% of the time on the first 15-minute range, we see an 80% retracement to the or 80% of the time we see a 25% retracement, 40% to 50. And then yeah, so that's cracked. Cracked data. And then for the
Cracked.
standard, we see single breaks 62% of the time. Damn.
Damn.
Damn, son, where'd you find that?
Damn, son.
Double break. Yeah, so I'm not short on QQQ yet. What's SPX doing? It was kind of shaky before. SPX. I'm gonna do data on SPX now. I've been loving this, dude. It's been actually so nice. So I've done well trading SPX recently.
Damn, son.
Damn,
Where'd you
son.
find
It
me?
rejects off shorts looking big. Looking off that shorts looking big.
Looking big, bro.
Thanks, bro. I've been hitting the gym now. Oh, Lord.
Looking big.
On NQ, yeah. Really depends here. I'm a little shakier on it, I can't lie. Wait. Yeah, so it was I think we're honestly gonna see price continue lower here. Um, QQQ looks like it's gonna get weak. Yeah, so it's retraced a bit. See, QQQ puts now don't look too bad for me since we've hit the retracement. These look like these 600s, and also not even to mention that, but gap fill, dude, massive gap fill needed to be done on QQQ. I might even swing. We'll see. Let me check this.
You
For
might even
gap.
swing.
I mean, look at this is a humongous gap fill. Got an $18 gap fill on QQQ. And then also, oh wait, yes, for the past 3 months,
Oh
gap
shit.
ups, 57% of the time we see a gap ups get filled, which is pretty low, but there goes QQQ, 50%
Damn.
retrace. Yeah, I waited for that 50%. I didn't get in on those, but
Dude,
I know. Those look really good though.
I wanted that short too. Fuck.
That's what I was saying. Wait for the 50% retrace. Dude, I'm telling you, Alex, trade
Oh
with
my
that,
god.
trade with the IB on SPX and QQQ. It's been cooking, dude.
It's been shuffing.
Yeah, it's actually been shuffing big time. Yeah, this is gonna probably see a little bit of a bounce at the IB low here. Since we're officially now tracing into the initial balance low. While we look at that, look at NQ. NQ officially, as I mentioned, NQ officially tagged out the full 2R now that I originally wanted. All good. All part of the game chat. Can't win them all. Yeah, it actually just tagged out. The
Shit.
2 hour would have been 68 points. Yeah, that cranked lower. QQQ
Crank.
gonna reject a little bit off the IB low here. Then I'm likely going short for that gap fill. Not the full $12 gap fill, but definitely we'll look into it.
Unfortunate, man.
But now that was a cranker.
Brian K.
Yeah, that was a quick reaction too.
That was
607 to
super
6 six oh
fast,
seven
man.
fifty in what, like a few seconds?
That was so fast.
That was a very quick reaction, dude. Yeah, see, there goes a reaction off the IB low now, but likely going to see trend continuation because NQ here still looks very weak.
Yeah.
If as we approach 10 o'clock here,
Oh,
this 4 hour
force.
profile is kind of exactly what we want to see when it comes to general trends like this, guys. We've swept out a 4 hour high. Now, if we sweep out this 4 hour high and close currently where price is, not only do we sweep a 4 hour high, but we inverse a 4 hour fair value gap. And that is going to be fucking bearish, chat. That alone is going to be super bearish. And I don't even know, have we formed SMT at these highs as well? Yeah, and we have, oh no, we don't have an SMT. I was gonna say if we have an SMT, it's game over. Yeah, no SMT at the highs on the 4, but still, we've swept out a 4 hour high. If we close below, we inverse a 4 hour fair value gap and got a 4 hour sweep of the previous 4 hour high, which looks really, really bearish. There we go. QQQ back to 605 here. A bit of a. I grabbed some starter 605s. Wow. Sorry, chat. I'll look at you guys in just a sec. I'm trying to just get a good read on markets here. Then I'll get into questions and whatever else in a sec. I just want to make sure that we get a decent read. Can't lie, market presented a pretty good short, much better than I anticipated originally with trend. 605.95. Ideally see QQQ down like low 600 today would be ideal. Meant 25 160 back down to settlement at 135. Okay, gotcha. I was wondering. You called it though. Eyes working. Yes, sir. Yeah, 100 point downs off. 100 points off of 65. Yeah, 25 160. Yes, sir. Yeah, I wanted to see. I did mention I wanted to see a trace back into the change in state of delivery, because typically price will retrace to fill that SISD if need be, and that's exactly what it did. Especially with C3 continuations, it tends to do that. That's why sometimes I favor limits. Also not up crazy big on these. I'm up almost 4% on these QQQ 605s. Gonna get a bit of a retrace here. W sub, yep. Yeah, there goes a bit of a pop off the IB low now. But still looks weak to continue lower, especially with gap fill. Okay, retrace back into the low. I just have this gap fill marked out here. And keeping slightly indecisive on the 1, but honestly, could see did we already tag midnight? Yeah, we already tagged midnight open on NQ.
Midnight open.
Mama,
We wait the wind
didn't
blows.
mean to make you cry. Please look at why I'm also. I appreciate the please, by all means.
Yeah, how nice.
Yeah,
Very
why
nice.
I'm on the 4 hour looks doozy. Yeah, look at this slow grind up, by the way. Just insane. 47,668 to a very, 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 very slow grind up. Yeah, looks like we'll see how we react to this IB low here. I'd like to see it with the gap fill continue lower, but look at NQ. It tapped the 5 minute fair value gap, formed a 1 minute 60 bullish side. Tapped the 5 minute fair value, formed a 1 minute 60.
Just think we get
I'm trying to see what you're talking
25,000
about here.
flat, bro.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
I
Off
think
the
we get
45,
25,000 flat.
945. Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice here. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Market looks weak. That's what I was saying at the open. Yeah, I see what you mean. You see this 5 minute gap, and then you're talking about this change in state, I'm assuming, because it's an hourly sweep. Is this what you're talking about? Kind of this framework here? 60617. Yeah, we're just getting some pop-ups here on QQ. I want to see the 5 minute crash. Luckily, there's not too much bullish sentiment going to that 5 minute volume, so looks still very weak here. I'm assuming this is what you meant with YM, correct? This 5 minute fair value that we tapped into after we confirmed the 5 minute SIST as well. Because this is also decent short framework here. 25 105 short top of range. 25 105 short top of range. Not my most preferred, brother. No, I'm talking about the 60 form before the red candle. This one here, the 945. I need a chart. My bad, boss man. I'm not sure which one you're talking about here. There we go. We are up, up a wh now we're back up a whopping 3.88%. They're cooking, chat. All right, up 7% on Qs. Yeah, market's gonna, oof, it's gonna be dependent on this 10 o'clock opens in 1 minute. Ideally, right now, based on this 4 hour framework, I'm anticipating 10 o'clock to trace back up a little before we see 10 o'clock expansion lower. 4 hour framework clearly looks like it wants to go lower. Only concern is the massive imbalance that formed. Like we have this humongous fair value that's left unfilled, which gives me more reason to believe we'll trace into the EQ of it, but it's an interesting market, chat. We're in a very interesting situation here. Let me see. Leo, do you still use breaker blocks? Yeah, I do. For C2, I use breakers. I've just been trading less C2 recently since there's been some indecision. So I wait for C2 to play out, and then playing C3 has worked a lot better for me personally recently. Hence the switch. Yeah, that's what I marked out. Bullish fair value got formed in the 5 minute. Price formed as 60 at 945. That's what I marked out this red line as. The red line's the 60, and this is your 930 fair value. That's what I mapped out.
Oh,
All right, that's 10 o'clock open here. Here
it
goes
is.
here goes the make or break. Probably gonna see a bit of a bullish pop here to retrace a
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, it's looking like it. At least into the EQ, the previous hourly.
AQ.
Gold. I'm seeing some gold. What's gold up to right now? Gold longs. Mm, not the worst. We have SMT. Oh,
I, s- I
no
still
SMT.
think like I wouldn't mind shorting 99,
Mm-hmm.
25.99 with a stop near 153 and then targeting the 25,000 flat.
It's actually not a bad target the psych level.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, I could second that. Chat also, I know I have it up on my chart here. We did only take about a 1.3 R on this trade, not the full
Yes.
2 R. I did get stopped on break even. Just as a heads up I got stopped at break even on my last 2 contracts. Just so you guys are aware. We're not LARPing out here. My short is 25 100. Yeah, it seems like a few people are targeting that for lower.
What's IB saying?
What's what?
What's
The initial balance saying?
initial balance saying?
It's looking like it's going to continue lower. We got the retracement we were looking for. Now we're closing back below the IB low, so probably going to get slower grind, but it's looking like we're going to slowly make our way down, especially if indices get weak here at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But We'll see though, because 10 o'clock open was relatively
Hmm.
low aggression here. Yeah, like we had a very indecisive 5 minute closure too. So we'll see anybody's game.
Molly's game.
We do have this hourly fair value forming too with this 15. Hmm. Who knows, chat? I'm hands off after that short. I'm up a little bit on the day, which is nice, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm in some
Ideally, want to
puts.
see sorry.
I'm in some puts. I'm in 603 puts.
Nice. Ideally, I'm looking to see QQQ below 605 here if we want lower. Seeing a bunch of orders piling up at around 605.
All
Tons of them.
right, boys. I'm gonna hop off here.
Yeah.
Leo,
Thank you, sir.
it's
I'll
been a
catch
pleasure.
you TTYL.
Yes, I will talk to
Alrighty,
you.
boss man.
Um, Chat. I love you all. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. And don't do anything silly.
Don't be stupid.
Don't do anything silly. Bye, everyone.
Later, boss man.
Peace.
Peace, peace. So, chat. Currently, as of right now, I'm watching prices are just gonna grind lower, it seems. So we're just watching for that. Off the IB, looks like we're gonna see trend continue lower as well. As of right now, though, I'm hands off on generally trading indices, just because if we look at NQ, yeah, it looks decent off the 25-1, but it seems like we're gonna see a low chop down. We've already reached the midnight open. We're gonna see a slow grind down, it seems. ES looks stronger, probably at this point. Yeah, ES looks a lot stronger, especially the fact that we have an imbalance that form. So ES does look a lot stronger in this series, for sure. Ideally, look for rejection. I want to see trend continue lower. This 5 minute is horrible on Qs. I'm trying to see trend price really get lower here. Looking interesting though. We'll see. We will see. Carry on, carry on. Sub, yep. NQ forming 3 minute syst valid. Have not checked. 3 minute syst, yeah, it is actually. It did, I mean, very non-aggressive closure here. If we look at general trend, like it barely tapped into the fair value, but you are correct. It is forming a syst here. So as of right now, definitely looking like we'll maybe see it continue lower. But look at this. It's a bit of a chop fest, right? There's not really any clear indication. Our president is messing with the markets, man. Geopolitical news is making markets a very tough read. I could see it pop to 25 130. Probably, yeah, 25 130, but we've already tapped into the SISD. So I honestly am looking more for us to reach into -2, -2.5 standard deviation before we see price continue higher. Yeah, ES is much clearer, correct. I'm aware. I was just watching NQ for a second for the trace. Like the Qs here are so weak, very limited bullish price actions. We're probably going to see a light retrace, kind of what I mentioned with the 10 o'clock. Watch for a light retrace before we see a bearish continuation lower. That's probably going to be the framework that we see for today, but it's going to be very dependent on how price actually decides to react here. Nice react here from the fair value. Let's see if that does a 1 minute. It's going to be a 1 minute validation here. I might go short on ES off this closure on the one, since that's a 1 minute fair value that formed here. Depends on the closure though. If we get a very indecisive closure, I'm not interested in looking for shorts. Like here, how we formed a wick because of this SMT, this is most likely going to lead to an invalidation. Good morning, Léo. Ça va? Ça va très bien, toi? Ça va, mec? Yeah, see, look at this closure. This is going to be failed closure here, so that's an invalidation of this sequence for me. See, trend is just gonna grind higher during 10 o'clock, it seems. So I'm a lot less keen on this for sure. Oh, retrace higher, massive wick formation. We failed to get below 605 on ES. Good, bro. Happy to hear it. Yeah, Chow, we will see. Watching for this react here. I really want to see if the Qs can get below 605, we're gonna crash. We're gonna crash for sure here. If we get below the 605s. This SMT is just a little concerning here, but below 605, we'll see trend really start to pull lower. But as of right now, we also keep in mind, chat, we do have high impact news at 2. So leading to a little bit of indecision as well. Who knows, right? It's literally anybody's game right now. All it could take is one tweet from our president and it sends markets another spiral. Yeah, chat. If you guys haven't already, by the way, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the channel. We do have quite a few of us and quite little likes. So if you have not already, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing on these streams. I did give out a pretty solid NQ short this morning that eventually played into 2R. Just a heads up. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing because I'm providing some pretty solid education. Chat, what do you guys think? Am I talking too quick with my trade process, or is everything I'm saying making sense for the most part? Like, am I being generally clear for the most part? Just type a one in chat. Give me a thumbs up. Good reaction here. That we might see a break of 605 off this move. Break 605 here, and we're gonna sauce it lower. Great reaction on NQ here as well. That forms a sisty. There we go. There's our 10 o'clock trace. We broke the 605. We broke the 605. That's gonna be huge. That's the 605 break. If we can close below the 605, we're going to tank. Close below the 605, we tank here. 100%. And Q's going to see a bit of a wonky reaction. I'm off of metals for today. I need a closure. What's this reaction up again? Yeah, dude, I wish I could tell you. Markets are being very weird. We will see. Come on, I need the 605 closure here. Closure below the 605. We're not going to get it in 20 seconds, which is okay, but and Q's likely going to trace, wick fill that, and then trace lower as well. Kia man. Kia man. Not going to get the closure I'm anticipating. We at least cracked the 605, but you see there was a bulk amount of orders, so we rejected off of that. Some language of codes like sysd we can't understand. Yeah, well, I don't actually say those. I mostly say like sysd, change in state of deliveries and stuff. Fuck. Failed closure of 605. That's not too good. Probably going to trace higher now a bit off this bullish wick. Damn, dude, that was so solid. That was such a good reaction. I'm down a bit on these QQQ puts now. Price, the theta's destroying me now. Good morning. What's up, Kuzi? What's up? What's up? Oh, we just tapped below the 605. Nice reaction here. Oh, Sisty, for example. Oh, got you. Sorry, boss. You meant change in state of delivery. All right. Please just get me a nice closure below the 605. Closure below the 605. NASDAQ going to grind lower here. YM's probably very weak now, too. Yeah, there we go. Traced in here. We formed a C3 sequence as well. Really looking for this 605. I mean, look at this price action, chat. This is horrible. Horrible. Once again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're liking the stream. Let's see if we can get the segment to 100. Oh, this is not a good reaction. Look at this indecision, man. This is bad. This is hot buns. Hot cross buns, man. Yeah, friend. Sisty. Change in state of delivery. I keep on waiting for NQ to give me a signature. Bulls are defending the 605 really well. We did have bull quarters down there, which I mentioned on the segment. If we see closure below 605, we're going to see bulls start to step away. Come on, 605. Thanks for explanation. Yeah, of course. Of course, of course. Anytime. Bulls are defending well here, dude. I can't even complain. Bulls are really holding up this level. Considering how big of a gap up we had as well. Yeah, at this point it's just a waiting game, eh? Gonna see another indecisive five, it looks like. And the and the indices, man. I mean, chat. You open up the 1 minute chart, you see this. Are you trading this price action? Be 100% honest. Do you really want to strain your neck trading this price action? Do you really want to strain your neck trading this price action? The correct answer is no. You don't want to. Why would you ever risk your mental sanity trading this price action? Two looks like they're selling, but keeping the bulls interested and in doubt. No, I know, right? It's like we're seeing good bearish wicks here getting us close to the 605, and then bulls are retracing. But notice how these closures have very limited bullish strength, though. Bears are very prominent in market. I mean, bulls already won. Bulls already won the market today. It's a major limbo right now. Bulls already up big off of this massive gap fill here. Yeah, like this is a bit insane here. Like I want to almost show you guys the data so you guys see what I'm looking at. Let me show you this. Wait, I'm gonna just switch my screen to data super quick. I want you guys to see kind of what my vision is with this based on the data. Because it's presenting exactly what I want to see, but we're just not seeing the movement in regards to it. See if we can even see it, but here, wait, give me just a sec, chat. Let me show you guys this. Let's see if I can add, I'll show this. Just so you guys can see the vision for what I'm spotting. Here, look at this chat. When we look at this data, right? Past 3 months, especially if we do past 1 month off the initial balance break, we see a double break occur 62% of the time. We've seen a double break already occur. Now, if I'm using a sub report and I look at like buy retracement, or I use a standard sub report like buy retracement, look at the past 1 month data. When we have a breakout, which is a bullish move, a breakout, 66% of the time we retrace 25%. Level one, when we have a breakdown, which is this currently, we've broken down within the first 15-minute range. 80% of the time within the first 15-minute move, so until the 9:45, 80% of the time we retrace to the 25. But now we're just consolidating these lows. We already had the retracement off of the 15th. The 9:45 close, we retraced almost at the 50%. And then we close back below the range. So for myself, when I'm looking at this, I want to see price continue lower. 40% of the time it traces to level 250%. So QQQ, not to mention that only, but also if we take into account gap fill data, right? Off of just QQQ in the past month, we'll do even like past like 6 months, right? For more accurate data. Gap ups, 51% of the time filled. It's not super crazy in terms of metrics, but considering we have over a 16-point gap up on market, gives me more reason for this to give me short bias, right? Which is exactly what we're seeing with this edge full. So this is ideally what I would like to see market do, but market just is not giving me the exact reaction that I want because there is current indecision at the moment, right? So that's where the issue lies right now. Is market isn't quite presenting that opportunity for us yet. But markets are weak. Notice how bulls are not able to get us back above the 606 and hold it. We're failing to close the 606. And so for us now, this becomes a reason to look and be like, okay, market clearly wants to continue lower, but we're just not getting the relative strength that we need to pull market into that continued direction. It's just it's edgeful data. So I use these indicators from as well. But see, now I want to see this price continue lower, but it's really anybody's game right now. It's seriously anybody's game. Good insight? Yeah, no worries. So ideally, the 605 is holding, it's a psych level. The 605 is a psych level. It's holding very well. So ideally, closure below the 605, we see strong, strong, strong movement into that intended direction. That's what I want to see right now. But look, see, it's like pull back up into the IB low. I just need market to get weak here because now look at this 1 minute. Chad, this is the most horrendous 1 minute I think I've seen in a minute. The most horrendous 1 minute I've seen in a minute. But the 4 hour profile, oh, a little bit more of a reaction. But here's the thing, it's not going to close below 605. It's just not going to, right? So this is what we're waiting for now. Like market can keep giving us, but we're ranging quite tight right now. There's not a lot of true movement happening. This is a little better now. We're seeing a little bit more reaction, right? But like, look, it's still going to fail to close it unless this one somehow picks up enough relative strength to pull us below 605. Closure below 605, and we're going to see market get weak. Indices are going to pull lower. General ETFs. Rumo, I'm sorry to hear, boss. Looks like you probably got stopped on your shorts or on your longs. Sorry to hear, boss. Yeah, right. The market looks super weak. Data is also giving me that reference as well. Data is showing me right now, like, holy cow, we're weak. Help, we are weak. Help us out. But look, it's gonna fail to close the 605 yet again. It's just not ready. Market is just not ready to pull lower yet. I think institutions want to keep reaccumulating orders until we finally have enough bias and enough strength to aggressively pull market. Because when you gap up as much as we did from last night's session, there's no reason why we shouldn't be pulling in this said direction. Zero reason. You know? See, look, failed to close the 605 yet again. It's a psych level at the 605. Oh my God, dude, market's just not ready. But this 4 hour, like, look, 4 hour sweep as well. We've gotten the 10 o'clock retrace. I want to see market pull lower now, but this massive imbalance, and we swept out an external high. Like, this should realistically crash, but it ain't. It just doesn't want to. Market is just not ready to. So it's a waiting game, chat. See, there goes an open, trace up a little. Yeah, 4 hour C2 swap. Yeah, now we have the C3 that we're looking for. Let's be patient. It's coming. Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Patience pays. I'm being patient as well. It's just like one of these things that I'm sitting and I'm waiting. I'm sitting and I'm waiting and I'm sitting and I'm waiting. I keep on waiting, waiting, waiting for QQ to break 605. Oh, this 1 minute looks so bad though. Oh my God. Yeah, 605 on QQQ, correct. On QQQ is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Up back above 606. This is horrendous. If we inverse the 1 minute on Q, short's 100%. Wow, it's going to inverse it, boss. I do apologize, Arturo. It is going to inverse it. It looks very promising. It's going to inverse this one within 5 seconds. I'm sorry, boss. I feel for you. See, failed closure above 606 again. Just like pop, 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 pop. We could fail to inverse this. Brother, ugh, this PA. Dude, just close the charts. You are bearish? I am bearish. Close the charts, Elias. Don't trust me, dog. Don't get involved with it. Trust me, bro. You're gonna lose your mental sanity trading this PA. Save yourself. Save yourself, bro. Trust. There's this guy on Instagram that just DMs me him full porting his funded accounts at the New York Open, and he posted on Instagram. So funny. Yeah, it's becoming 50-50 now because we're accumulating so many orders, you're not really sure where market direction lies. Don't tell me, did we fail to close the 606 again? Yup. Dude, it looks so weak. Yeah, Elias, but you're gonna go gray trading this PA. Failed closure below 606 yet again. It's the what? One, two, three, four, five, six. That's the sixth time we failed to close below close above 606. Like that's just a clear indication market needs to move lower. Market needs to, PA shit when your OB drawing needs to be extended to the right. True. True barcode PA. Peep this. You want to see some true barcode PA? Oh my lord. Doesn't matter. Oh, wrong. Doesn't matter the asset. YM's weak too. See, this is the short bias, dude. This is the short bias I want, man. I just need to see market pull lower. Please. You're ready. Look, YM showcasing the relative move that we need now. It's a lot stronger than NQ, but just give it to me, man, please. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. Market can get weak here. We'll see price just pull. Oh, almost below 605 again. Again and again and again. Come on. Come on. Look at this, dude. Oh my barcode, man. Oh my lord, chat. I'm gonna not see you later. See you guys. Have a good one, boss. Later, later. Ciao, ciao. Does it work just to close the trade to get off the chart if price hasn't moved from your entry point? If you're a break even at your entry point, close it, dude. Close it. There's no reason why you should be sitting around in this PA. Close it, dude. I'm not in any positions. I would just close it 100%. Only thing that looks half decent are these YM shorts. These would be C4 shorts, but that's only if we get the closure, and we'll probably fail this closure as well. Later, Elias, thanks for hopping in. Good reaction. Good reaction on why I'm here. Could try for Sisty shorts, light size. I might try this very light size, 1.5. I'm gonna try this super light size with the barcode PA. All right, I'm filled. All right. I'm in these super light size chat, like a super light. I'm in this with four single micros, 4 micros on this. Very limited risk. See if it takes. Yeah, I mean, I like this, and this YM is the only one that gave me decent framework, and not even decent framework. It just gave me framework. But see if this tags me out here. 1.5. Oh, beauty. Close over that 605 as well. Q's. Come on, give me this 1.5 here. Give me this 1.5. Good. Out of way. Come on. Below 605 on Q's and give me the 1.5 on this. Come on. Come on. Don't be an idiot. Patience is going to pay, chat. But it looks like, ooh, there goes the 10:30 open, new 30 minute. Probably going to trace higher here for a sec. Oh, it's going to invalidate. Q's are going to head right back up, dude. We almost closed below 605. It's so good, yet it's so bad, but it's so good. There we go. Q's isn't closing there. Wait, let's do a little magnet emoji here. This is where we want price. Chat, this is what we do, by the way. This is the cheat code traders never tell you, by the way. This is the cheat code they never tell you about trading. You've got to magnet it. See, look at that. There's the 605 break. You just have to magnet it. Also, I just got tagged out. 1.5. Bang. 39 points. Come on. Come on, Qs. Chat. This is so funny. All right, 1.5. I'm done for the day on trading. I'm out. I am done for the day on trading. That's two winner chicken dinners. All right, 1.5 was tagged out on this. G's, well played, good game. 605 is going to fail on QQQ again. Failed closure blow. Come on, you were so good. There you go. There you go. Oh, YM's tanking now. Oh, Nasdaq's tanking now too. Oh, they're all going now. Dude, patience, man. We're being patient. Chat. We're dialed in today. Look at that. I've filtered out every trade setup, and now I'm giving you guys some sauce on stream. Giving you guys some straight sauce on stream like nobody's beeswax, bro. Jeez Louise, man. Oh, and Q's is going to head right back up. Okay, invalidation there. YM's going to react aggressively. Hey, still generally good read. Look at this, dude. Q's is going to fully invalidate this closure again. Oh my lord, chat. You can't make that up. You can't make that up, can you? Come on, Q's. What's your 3 minute looking like? Also, hot buns. Hot cross buns. Well, we played out 1.5R on YM, so we'll take it. That's two 1.5R trades today, live on stream in front of all of you. Um, Continuing lower, Q's below 605 again here. Come on, below 605. We need candle body closure. Also, I need closure below these wick lows here. Closure below these wick lows will be really, really solid. Q's look weak. Q's look weak here. YM looks weak. NQ looks weak now too. NQ looks weak now too. YM's continuing lower. That's a full 2R that would have played 39 points on there. There we go. That's the 604. 13. Please give me the 605 closure on the 3. Please give me the 605 closure. No, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. It's going to pump up last second. Watch this. Bang. 605 closure on Q's. There's huge closure on YM here as well. Damn, dude, that played out good. That was what, 3R? Jeez Louise, man. Okay, that's going lower. Q's 605 closure. This likely pulls market lower now. Oh, come on, baby. Patience is paying, man. Patience. Pay me well, patience. Please. Chat. After these trades hit, by the way, I'm hopping off the segment. I can't sit through this PA any longer. We hit our 1.5R on this trade. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. When you say 605, no, I'm talking 605 on QQQ. This right here. QQQ 605. It's a level I wanted to see a closure below. Fucking hell. What is this PA? Yeah, it's so bad. Hot buns. No. No. Give me what I want. Give me what I want, Q's. Wick lower here and just start plummeting. It's a slow grind, but chat, we're letting the patience pay us here. 604. Let me look at the 15 here. Come on. Come on. We're back up finally on Qs right now. We're up 4% on QQQ puts. Finally. Jeez Louise. I think I'm aging, chat. I'm like aged, extra medium, aged cheddar, extra mature, aged cheddar. That's what I'm feeling like right now. Oh my God, it's gonna get back above 605. Dude, I can't catch a break, chat. Probably just gonna let these play out and hop off the segment here around like 10:45. There's no reason for me to sit around on stream with you guys because the more I sit around, it's gonna make you guys feel pressured to want to take trades when in reality it's the opposite of what you should be doing. There goes why I'm lower now. NASDAQ lower, why I'm lower, Q's lower. Come on. Strong closure here on this 3. Come on, Q's back below. Just give me a secondary closure below 605. I'll be a happy camper. I'll stop talking. I'll shut up. Strong closures here. Really decent here on NQ and YM. 604.72. Okay closure. Emphasis on okay. YM looks weak. We're forming this gap now. Likely going to trace. Marking this out. Chat. If you guys haven't, by the way, make sure you're liking the stream. I'm providing some free sauce to you guys. Some free. I just gave you 2 winning trades on stream. Even in ship PA, I gave you guys 2 winning trades on stream. You guys can like it. You guys can like it or subscribe, you know. Make sure you guys are supporting the channel. Helps us out a lot. Mean it when I say that, by the way. I'm not trying to BS you guys. But on the other hand, Q's is my my puts are officially in the money. I'm up 8.3% on these. Come on. Average price. Total cost 7,230. What was my average on these contracts? Bang. Okay. Not bad. Not too shabby. Let's see if you guys are liking the stream. 66 now. There we go. Providing some sauce, man. I'm providing some sauce. I'm not trying to ask for too much out. I'm just saying I'm marking up some sauce. Okay, back above 605. Psych. 181. Okay. YM's going to trace to fill this gap now, since we did form a 1 minute imbalance here. It's going to trace to fill that gap, likely continue lower. We don't have our relevant draws, or we still have very relevant draws. Probably heading to the London, post-London lows here. It's going to be a slow grind, but I think we're definitely going to make our way down there. 605.26 now. Huge, huge reaction from Qs here. Not a fan of this at all. Jeez Louise. Would longs be valued set the 25,000 since we have. I personally would not be keen on it just because of how aggressively priced it. We're already up 5% in recent day, right? So I'm less keen on taking longs, even considering the sweep, just because 25,000, sure, I could look for a potential long around the 25,000 psych level, but I wouldn't do any, I don't think I'd go long off any other level. Chat, New York PM session and this AM session have been buns, but we've secured somehow two winning trades for all of you today whilst sitting through some horrendous PA. I'm going gray for you guys, man. I swear I'm going super, super gray. Oh my God, it's going to close back above 605, isn't it? Yep. GG's back above 605. All right, nice. Oh, the last second clutch. The last second clutch by NQ or Q's. Maybe it's just waiting a tweet. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if market makers are genuinely waiting for a tweet. You think it's a joke? I think it's completely serious. To use breaker blocks, I do, but not as much as a bunch of people. Seriously, I said all stops break even in this tweet environment. True. I do use breakers. I use breakers primarily for C2 movements though, not for C3. I watch for like a C2 sweep, change in state of delivery, and closure below a breaker. It's typically how I play. That's typically how I play C3. Oh my God, Q's just ain't having it, man. The Q's just ain't having it, man. All right, I honestly think I'm gonna hop off here in about 5 minutes. So if you guys have any questions in chat, don't hesitate to ask me anything. But for me personally, this is just not the type of price action I want to be sitting alongside any of you in. I just want to be hopping off, and enjoying the rest of my day. I'm gonna go surfing and go to the beach with my mom because that sounds like a much better idea to go hang out with the parents whilst I can, rather than sit through this absolute garbage of price action. That's what I'd rather be doing right now, chat. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm hopping off. Great idea, Flitch. Bonne journée. Holy cow. Not sitting through that. Enjoy the day, man. Appreciate it, Ed. Great reads once again. I appreciate it. Thank you. doing this daily. I'll be live tomorrow for New York PM session. So hopefully markets will be a little more presentable then. But yeah, I'll be off for PM. I'll be on for PM session tomorrow. So if you guys do enjoy these style streams with me, make sure you guys are hopping on. So it helps me out. I also like being alongside all of you and working. Lend trades? Yeah, of course, man. GG's, GG's. Yeah, we gave surprisingly, with all things considered, we did take two winning trades on stream, which was pretty exciting. So, chat, I gotta be honest. I think without further ado, I'm gonna be hopping off the segment. We have 18 minutes left into the end of my segment, but I have no reason to sit through this price action. I think it's just driving me mentally insane. So I would rather just enjoy the rest of my day and hop off instead, just because that would be a lot better for me personally. So, I think that's what I'm feeling right now, man. Can't lie. Can't lie. But without further ado, guys, hope you guys have a great rest of your days. I will catch you all for tomorrow. Make sure you guys are staying tuned for a PM session today, and then London and everything else tomorrow. And I will see you all in the very next stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in and have a great rest of your Wednesdays. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good one. Bye now.